In my view, a board game merely presents a platform for the different players and characters to engage in and to have a very fun and stimulating time. Of course, I expect a board game to have easy access, to have wonderful components, and to have a very relevant theme or very relevant roles, so that I can bring in my character, my own personality, and see how that interacts with the other players. Of course, board games come in different sizes, in different lengths, in different depths, so there is not one game that fits all. Well, I love designing games. That's my calling. So I always enjoy playing the games I'm currently developing and designing. I have designed more than 800 games. So if somebody asks you, which one of your children is your favorite one? What do you say? They have all their strengths and weaknesses. And that's the same for the game. A game is not absolute. It depends with whom you play. And there are some games better for some groups and other games more suitable for these groups or for your mood and for the time you have. So there is not one best game. Pick the one which fits the situation. Well, you know the famous writer Ernest Hemingway. He said something very powerful. In order to write, you have to live. And this is the same when you design games, because games are a mirror of our time. Games which were published 20, 40, 50 years ago are very different to games today. The times have changed, the world has changed. What is relevant to people has changed, and that needs to be reflected in a game. I enjoy most the freedom of creating an entirely new world, of really being the master of this new challenge I create. Now, what is most challenging is sometimes really to overview the complete process. That means from the start of my design to the delivery of the finished product to the market. And not all of this is under my control. This has really got to do with whom do I entrust most to really make a very good job, so that a hopefully very good, if not perfect design, gets a very good, if not perfect, production and marketing, so that we really present a wonderful product to the market. Of course, I have a playtest team. I have many playtesters, because I am working in the entertainment business. That means I entertain people, but I'm not on the stage. I'm not usually in direct contact with the people. I put my entertainment into boxes, and people open the box, and then the entertainment needs to come out. That means all that needs to go into the playtesting with many different groups of playtesters, so that we don't develop some convention which only works with this group. It has to work with many groups. I play with many different groups. I get many different inspirations and discussions from these groups. And this is really the core and the heart of developing games. Sometimes it takes just a few months, sometimes it takes a few years. And some of the games took 10 years. Not that I sit there day after day, but sometimes the game gets stuck and then it needs to rest. I have more than 100 games in development, but not all at the same time. It's a selection process. Those games which are most exciting, the ones which go best, these I like to play, these I drive forward. When they get stuck, I have more in the drawers which I can do. And this is how I work, and this is what I believe made me successful, to have this wide choice of different ideas. I'm not short of ideas, I'm more cursed of ideas, because I live for the games. And this is how my system works and how I try to bring the best game to the people. And those games which I don't think are really good, they will stay in the drawers until they either are finished or they stay in the drawers and make room for something else. Very short answer. Do not go to the big publishers. Go to the small publishers. Go to the local publishers. Speak to them on an even level. Learn from them. Learn about the industry. They take you serious. There you can influence your designs and you go step by step. You start with your first game. You make your second game. If you're lucky, you make 100. If you're very lucky, and I feel myself very lucky, you make 800 games.